Hello everybody, Shadefire here, and today I'm taking a first impressions look at AquaNox. Now, I found this game while I was digging around on Steam for some bad games to do first impressions of, only this one actually looks kind of interesting. It doesn't look that terrible either, with a 67 on Metacritic, and it's actually a sequel despite not having a number or subtitle in the name. This is a follow-up to a 1996 game, Archimedean Dynasty, not Destiny. But it's sort of a submarine sim game, I guess. Instead of a space sim, it's got elements of space sims in it, but underwater. So that's about all I know about it. So we're going to jump into the story and hope it's not terrible. This promising, shiny green lady, already making things potentially interesting.
I breathed in the cool, pure air, tasting the rich oxygen and nitrogen. My eyes filled with tears. The sun hovered behind the horizon like an orange fireball. Sunny, that was the latest buzzword. It was talked about now with every breath, and suddenly I knew what it really meant. I stretched out my hand to feel the warmth, to touch its face. Then the timer squealed and a voice roared in my ear. Simulation room S23, your time is up. Please move to the fast decompression chamber. 2 hours later, I was back at the helm of my ship, the Zukabus, leaving the pleasure centers of the Malay archipelago behind. The nano fabric of my pilot seat massaged my body as I accelerated on full dipole drive, spearing into the black heart of the lifeless ocean like a nightmare shattering a dream. But the oceans were no longer as dead as they seemed. Scientists brewed gene cocktails and chromosome soups without sanction, rebreeding every life form within range of their test tubes. Mighty sharks, dolphins, even the greatest carnivores that ever lived. Primordial beasts that had terrorized the oceans 150 million years ago. The scientists did what they pleased, including creating new branches of life where evolution refused to go. They earned so many credits with their tinkering that even the most powerful computers struggled to keep up with the total. But behind the glittering facade of tungsten, titanium, and niobium, the calcareous whole of human existence was crumbling. The frequency of mass disasters increased dramatically. Amok runners, psychotics, high-tech slave drivers, gene adulterators, and slick techno-dealers prowled everywhere, plunging habitats and dwellings into chaos. My name is Emerald Flint. I'm tracking down the remaining bionts scattered throughout the oceans. Each one a potent germ posing danger to the world of Aqua. I carry out the Biont mission with my 4 wing pilots, Lagrange, Piccolini, Harper, and Bonham, and my onboard computer, Sally. Clients are international, representing every government. When the Bionts appeared out of nowhere 5 years ago, aiming to extinguish human life in the oceans, I had no objection. On the other hand, it didn't hurt my cash box any to give humanity a short reprieve, so I went for the credits. But during the destruction of the Biont stronghold off Australia, called the Survion, my friend Han Long sacrificed her own life so I could place the final explosive charge. Now I don't sleep too easy. And I won't until every last remnant of the Biont threat has been eliminated. My last job was in Neapolis, the capital of the Atlantic Federation. Neapolis, home to the eccentric techno-bourgeois, a genetically zapped and nano-tuned group wasting their senseless lives trying to establish the optimal political system in Aqua. All the while, Neapolis sinks deeper and deeper into a slick of pseudo-democracy, racism, techno-devotion, and corruption. Now the new line, who call themselves Democrats, are making the capital ungovernable, leading only to endless discussions, bureaucratic acrobatics, and a weakened city with a leaderless army. I was glad I was finished there and on my way to the tornado zone in the eastern Pacific. People take drugs in the tornado zone instead of ingesting nanorobots for cures, and their free-thinking attitude translates into free action as well. I was homesick, and I missed every screwball and dangerous freak who'd be waiting there to greet me. On the way, I made a short side trip to the Argentine basin to see my friend, El Topo, the mole. Nobody pulls strings like El Topo, who can get almost anything done behind the politicians' backs. El Topo murmured something to me about an important job, a secret scientific sensation. I got a little bored until he came to the part about earning lots of credits. So I went to Magellan and spent a few hard hours at Mariner's Pride, a rotten workers' dive, where I downed mid-brain assassins with a few old friends. Just as the world turned into the carousel I was hoping to ride, I caught sight of some jerk clearing off with a Zuka bus. I had never thought about that happening, someone just stealing my ship out from under my nose. But there it went. Suddenly I was back to square one again in my old stomping ground, broke, exhausted, and listing heavily.
That was a really long cutscene. But I guess they pretty much summarized everything about the first game.
Shut up, Perry.
Why? I didn't say a word.
Just because. I don't want to hear anything about...
The hero got his ship stolen? By a handful of bored neo-yuppies.
I'll get the Zuka bus back.
Wait.
And then I'm going to examine the prostate
that?
gland of that butthead who took her with her bow.
Pretty sure you're saying it wrong.
Still as hard as vanadium. Let's get down to business. Out of his magnanimous generosity, El Topo donates the toilet. A real death trap. Make contact with him in El Topo's asylum.
And hey, I guess that's their explanation for why you don't get to use your, super ship that you probably had at the end of the first game. Alright.
We are developing a chocolate made from highly refined insect protein and fat-producing bacteria. Would you like a taste?
Sounds great. Let me have it.
Pay attention to the delicate nut flavor. We synthesized that from South Chinese algae.
Are there enough amino bits and vitamins in it?
Of course, and mood brighteners, and glutamate inhibitors that temper the more frightful emotions.
Well then.
There's not much to do in the Argentine basin, is there?
We fight for every smile, man.
Well, I'm afraid you won't be getting one from me. My friend Leonie and I just came over from Florida, but now that brutish ELF station of yours is giving me a throbbing headache.
Oh, what's the problem, honey?
Are you dense? Extreme low frequency waves turn people's brains into mush. Talk to Leonie. She knows more about it. You can find her at the Neo-Stylistic Whitewater in Vespucci, probably chewing on a chemosynthetic steak.
So what I'm getting out of this sort of setting so far is that some sort of apocalyptic event forced humanity into living underwater before aliens showed up, and now they're sort of living in ghetto future cities underwater. Okay, so this is our ship, this piece of shit little square, I guess. So wait, is that face there supposed to be our onboard computer? Wouldn't that have been on our ship that got stolen? Okay, bunch of shit here we can't afford, except these things. But I think I'm not sure if this is ammo or the actual weapon. Let's see, ship, dock. Oh, I guess we have to actually. I thought we'd have to talk to the guy to get our ship, but I guess he just teleported it to us or something. I wonder if this will be the tutorial. Oh, nope, we just arrived here. We didn't have to do anything.
How was your vacation in the TransUnion?
Surface simulation, light, oxygen, women, good food, women.
I heard about your mishap. The succubus was really
See, at least
stolen
he knows
right
how to
from under
pronounce
your
it.
nose.
Yeah, man.
There's
yeah,
no Z in
they
there.
Did. I'll get her back. And then...
Please. Perry gave me a graphic description. How are things at the front?
There aren't as many of them now, but there are still enough Bions to give you sleepless nights.
Suggestion. You'll get a lightning-fast high-tech cruiser. All you have to do is blow away a little Bion trash. It's floating around the habitats.
How about getting some guys in the orange suits to take care of them? You're just so nice to me.
Thank you. Now listen.
Wall of text.
I want you to take the toiler and recon the situation. We've just received a shipment of 3D screens and nanorobots. The captain of the cargo ship wants someone to hold his hand.
This guy's voice sounds like he's almost doing a Sean Connery impression.
First, I want you to meet Commodore Sewell.
But not quite.
He's one of those young, dynamic Federation Army officers. The situation in Neapolis is worse than bad.
It also sounds a little Brooklyn in certain words. Like he's not really sure what accent he's supposed to be doing.
There's definitely something else on the agenda.
Too much
When
talk.
the job's done, come...
Light, my name is Commodore Sewell. Pleased to meet you, Deadeye.
Call me Flint, Commodore. Deadeye is reserved for friend.
Oh, I was hoping we could be friends. I'll come to the point and
give you a bunch of text.
The political situation in Neapolis is, let's say, trouble.
And don't forget your credit card.
Boston Harper here. You need wings, huh?
I think I'll manage alone, Boston.
Okay, then. I have a couple of belts with the ground.
You should see the bucket of Bodesell Miser.
So what? The hell?
Didn't he say we have like 4 wingmen? What happened to them? Is this them?
Why, Flint, back again. Like the Gulf Stream, you disappear into the depths in the north and float secretly back to Florida.
That's me, a wanderer.
Do you
What
like
about
me
you?
Irish accent?
I got
I'm
big
not really sure how to
troubles.
keep it up.
One of those damn Neapolis boys got a hold of me the other day, full of light water, and said we had not.
Huh, sounds like a coup.
No, El Topo had his ship scanned. It's an old Gorgon class.
What makes you...
Well, for starters, you knew.
It's enough talk. Let's go out and do something. Now, what do you think's worse? A game where everyone has poor accents, or a game where everyone just talks in the same, unaccented, sort of American English?
Hi, Flint. Where is my Zuka bus? What kind of wreck are you hauling my
She
circuits
doesn't know how to
around
say
in?
succubus either.
Holy mackerel. Do you remember the high-up a couple of years ago? Just before the Bions came on the scene? That was awful. But this tin can. Couldn't you have asked El Topo if we could get the high-up? Okay. Show me what you can do. I've put a navigation point on the junk pile. Just follow the arrow.
Jeez, robot, do you have a SAS option I can turn off? Oh god, this is really sensitive. I'm like barely moving the mouse, and it's like flying around. So yeah, it controls like a first-person space sim underwater. Oh, do we have to... Oh. What do we have to do to this? Atomize scrap at waypoint. Okay. Is this scrap? Oh, this thing? Well, geez, maybe if you didn't put a fucking nuclear star here, I could see what I was supposed to be shooting. Alright, is that everything? Oh, is there like one behind that? Sure is exciting for a first mission. Really gets you into the action of shooting random pieces of junk floating in the ocean. Oh, they do appear on our little 3D radar thing down there. see anything else. Yes, thank you for repeating my objective, but I don't see any more scrap to atomize. Oh, there's something over there. Is that everything? I feel like this is like the slowest tower defense in any game ever. Waiting here for random chunks of metal to float at you. Again, I don't see any. There's some like up there. Oh, I think I see something on the radar. Kinda wish I could zoom in on the radar. Oh, jeez. This is probably missiles. Don't want to waste those. I don't see any other scrap. Is there like a piece stuck behind something? Alright, I guess I'll take a quick flyer. I guess it wouldn't be flying. A quick submersible. What is the verb, the action verb for a submarine? Drive, swim, propel. Anyway, I'm gonna do something around and look for that last piece of scrap because I don't want the whole video to be this. Alright, there we go.
Attention, Flint. A cargo ship reports contact with a Biont unit. I put a navigation point there for you. Move out, baby.
Alright,
The
let's go
freighter
fight
has
some
lost her
underwater
cannons.
aliens.
She's moving across the debris without defense. We've got to clear the way before she springs a leak.
Those giant underwater mushrooms.
I think that cargo ship captain's head is as thick as a plank. Go help him, Flint.
Cargo ship reports serious trouble. Biont scrap parts floating in its course. The pilot is angry. Hurry up, Flint. Cargo ship's captain reports damage to the hull. He can't take the wreckage bombardment much longer.
Gee, maybe stop driving into it then.
Flint, I don't mean to press you, but the cargo ship's about to sink. Get going!
You're going to be pleased. Miles have been sighted at the marker. Watch out.
Attack the marked target now.
Nope, something is beeping, beeping. Okay, these are not lock-on missiles. I'm just gonna have to manually deliver this into his face. Oh, it's empty, that's why it switched. So, first mission, we get to blow up scrap. Second mission, defend a ship. Because everybody loves escort missions.
A job well done, Flint.
Oh, that was easy. How did that one ship bombard this giant ship with scrap? Can I just sort of land on top of him and ride him? mission complete. How do I end mission? Oh, probably just have to keep going this way. This control is perfectly fine. It's one good point in its favor, certainly. What the hell is this? It's just a ship made out of boxes. Can I, like, fly into these boxes? Huh. Okay. I hit escape and activated a dipole, whatever that means. Maybe I went back to the hub now. Look at that turret jamming out.
Hooray! The hero returns from the field of honor.
Please, it wasn't the capture of Troy, but we did get rid of the garbage.
By the way, as the boss of the Anstat task force, you'll be pleased.
Yeah, that's what that other guy said. Everyone thinks I'm so fucking pleased when Bions show up.
Yeah, let's go, boss! My torpedoes are starting to rust in the tubes.
Hey, friend, don't overdo it or you'll be walking the plank.
My torpedo tubes shine like a great white teeth.
Jesus Christ.
Let's go plink some tin cans.
How do you like these kids, El Topo? Pretty wild, huh?
That's okay.
How do you like this 8-year-old girl I found?
There's a Clans Union merchant waiting for you in Magellan. He was attacked by Bions.
Make money, get paid. What can we buy? We can buy a bigger gun. Oh, no, actually we can't. We could buy another of the same gun. I should probably check actually what kind of ammo we need for our thing. Oh, do we not actually need a gun to fire these torpedoes? I guess we already have torpedo tubes built in. We just pick the kind we want. Lock on none, agility none. Let's buy a few of these. Okay, there we go.
I'm not gonna say this twice, Washout.
Oh, I'm scared. So who's scaring me?
Me, because right now I don't feel like going cold turkey.
What's that?
It means I'll tear your heart out of your chest with my
Jeez, Flint! I feel like I ate bloody lead for breakfast. I
hear they're having volcanic eruptions along the mid-Atlantic.
Oh, the hell with it. Who's gonna pay me for that? I need to get something in my torpedo sights.
Okay, now I can leave. I think this will be our last mission for this video. Hopefully it's more interesting than shoot garbage.
Our Neapolite hobby terrorist is on Synthahol, obviously a student of architecture. He constructively criticizes Da Gama. He's honed in the sights on his weapon systems. Looks like he's getting ready to dance. Attack the marked target now. Our client is complaining about the ineffectiveness of his weapons against us. Gee, I hope he doesn't sue us. That guy's drunker than a skunk. Oh, Mr. Architect doesn't like getting shot at. Too bad, pal.
I wish we could move a little faster, though. Though he can't actually
Attack
aim
the marked
fast
target
enough.
now. We're a first-class team. I don't think this guy's gonna bother the station anymore.
Well,
Let's go make a deposit at the bank.
Seeing as this guy is actually 3 guys, and they're floating in the ocean. So wait, what did we accomplish there? I thought we were supposed to be going to this Vespucci place.
Flint, I hear you're going into act.
Because I'm saving your head again.
Hey, how old are you? You just fell for one of the oldest tricks in the book.
Salam! Oh, my friend Flint, light into room.
Salam to you too. What magic tricks do you have in your bag?
The voice acting went from sort of okay to fucking awful for everyone
Telescopic
else.
sight implants, neuroacoustic communicators.
What sort of voice is that supposed to be?
To lock in our dream server.
Hey, since when do you sell technology?
Oh, I have special high pressure yeast as well, with which you can bake delicious cakes.
Oh, no kidding. You guys from the...
A plug! Mud-eating parasites.
A plug?
When I came here to Magellan, I passed the Bion scrapyard. It was horrible. They are reorganizing. One of the germ cells must still have been alive. They chased...
Scrapyards are my destiny.
And may the woman admire you.
Well, that was awful. Agility, bad. Does that just mean it's really fucking slow? Alright. Since that mission was so short, we'll do one actual mission. It also has a sort of Crimson Skies feel to it. The original, not the Xbox re-release. Or sequel, I guess. You know.
I've got a call for help from a caterpillar driver at the scrapyard. There seems to be some kind of autonomous reorganization of rudimentary biont parts. They're coming back to life. We'll meet at the navigation point. From there, you will be his escort.
Oh, good. Another escort mission. I guess that is sort of a problem with these kind of games.
I can't locate the biome. Too much electronic trash out here. Causing echoes and false reads. Still, I've got a few ghost signatures. There's something moving, but I can't get a fix. Lisa, what do you see?
I suggest Harper and I loiter over the scrapyard and scan it for activity. If you need help, just lure that bion breed toward us.
We should go to navigation point 1 now. Next destination, the marked object.
But this is the marked object. Unless she means a different marked object? No, I'm not seeing any other waypoints.
I got something. Junk piles with neural activity.
So I guess we have to defend our Tiberium harvester over here. It seems sort of redundant to put wheels on something underwater.
Another piece of debris with neural activity.
Oh, damn it. My missile missed horribly. What now, Flint Scout? Too quickie and tricky for you. I'm not sure what's up with the music of this game, though.
And another one. And another one. Man, they're as pesky as merchants from the Clans Union.
Who let the 8-year-old drive anyway? Apparently there's another one somewhere. I'm sure I can handle all this excitement.
At the new navigation point. Let's go to navigation point 2, Flint.
Warning, our harvester is under attack. Oh, well, my bad. Apparently that will lock on to friendlies as well.
Yeah! Target destroyed!
Target slashed, didn't I? Hey, Flint! We don't fancy digging in trash, so we'll leave that to you. If you don't twaddle too long, I'll stick around with Lisa and watch your back.
Now, I haven't... Despite complaining about this being slow, I mean, this is a slow burn kind of game. The missions don't really get exciting until you've gotten a bit deeper in, I'm guessing. Once you start buying better weapons and a better ship. But I think that gives you a pretty good idea of what to expect from AquaNox. There is also a sequel, in addition to the prequel, AquaNox 2.
I really took a beating that time. Fuses are popping like me.
Yeah, sorry about that missile to the ass, but anyway. I think it doesn't look terrible. I mean, it's sort of a remnant of a forgotten time now. People don't really make space sims, though with the recent Kickstarters, there has been a return to older times, with old space sim makers taking another shot. But yeah, it's not terrible. Certainly better than some of the other shit we looked at recently. Though that might just be because it's not a terrible third-person shooter. All in all, I think it'd be enjoyable. And yeah, that's really all there is to AquaNox. I've been Shadefire, and I'll see you next time.